I get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's goody, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's goody, YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Oh boy. Welcome back to another reaction video. I'm your girl TMR. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me over this daggone break room, y'all. Oh boy. All right, y'all. Happy hell Friday, almost Saturday to each and every one of y'all. I hope everybody is feeling good and doing great. I decided to go late tonight because y'all ain't gotta go to work. Craig, y'all ain't got no job. Honey, we are on a holiday weekend, girl. What? I said, well, why not? Y'all ain't doing nothing. Hell, I ain't doing nothing. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Let's go talk about somebody who ain't doing nothing as well, too. You know what I mean, girl? I say, you know. I don't know. Yeah, we on the third shift. On the night shift. Yeah, we on the night shift, honey. 3-day weekend. I'm a weekend girl. Hey. And I don't have time on the weekdays. Weekend girl. And maybe we can try to work it out. Y'all know that's my jam. I'm a weekend girl. Hey. And I don't have time on the weekdays. All my old dolls in the chat, y'all know about the weekend. Okay? Baby, that's my ish too, Pearl. You know what I mean, girl? Okay. Yeah, thank you, Majesty. I'm sorry, Majesty. Thank you so much for being here, girl. Where you been? Where you been, sis? All right, y'all. So I'm just tell y'all like this. Y'all see the title. We're gonna talk about Liv. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, we're gonna wrap it up here. Okay. We're just gonna wrap it up. Because at this point, there's no need to keep dissecting this woman's story. Think about it, y'all. What you say? She only keep you satisfied for the weekend. Five. Where you been, girl? Hey T, what's going on, sis? You know, at this point, y'all, I mean, this lady knows she lied. She knows she embellished the story. Yeah, she know that. We know that. But obviously, you know, it's always, in my opinion, it's always been Olivia's, I don't know, ambition or will to make the internet seem like the fool, right? For some odd reason, Olivia seems to think that we want to turn her audience against her. And let's be honest, think about it, y'all. As much as Olivia has said that throughout the years that we have been watching her, a couple weeks ago when she did her little I'm homeless, pregnant in Florida with 2 babies, y'all seen how the people showed up for her, right? So is it really the objective that we were trying to turn her audience against her? No, that never was the objective, at least not for the break room. We're just reacting to your storyline, ma'am. And over the years, we found that there's like, I don't know, your story's like Swiss cheese. There's a bunch of holes in it. You know? You said I saw that Stella found her way back to the chat. Oh, Stella found her way back. How did they lure her over there with a pair of boots? Child, know her mama didn't find her way back home. She thinks no, she knows we're not all 8th grade dropouts. Y'all got to understand, Olivia don't give a damn. Olivia has watched the internet. Let me tell y'all something. Olivia has watched the internet enough, not just this sector. She's literally everywhere. She has watched this internet enough that she already know her story was going to work. Yes, she knew that. Exactly, Cheyenne. This full set in the Chick-fil-A. She said now she came with the full set in Chick-fil-A. So you said where Key Mama at? Child. You said her mama and sis are no earthly good as well. Well, why do you feel that way, Anisha? Why do you feel that Stella and Raquel? So, Anisha, and I'm not saying this being sarcastic. I'm just asking a question. Do you feel like Stella and Raquel was supposed to come to the internet and ring the alarm on her? Or do you think Stella and Raquel should have convinced Olivia that that was wrong to do? Even if they did tell her that, when is Olivia listening to her mama? Think about it, y'all. When is she listening to her mama? You said, now this is internet. It is a school Liv doesn't mind attended. Exactly. So, I mean, Stella and Raquel did what? Mind their business. They just minded their business. Because they can't stop that lady. At the end of the day, it's not Stella and Raquel's responsibility to come warn the internet of their sinister daughter and sister. It's the people who've been watching her long enough to use discernment and be like, okay, girl, you say you homeless. But obviously, I mean, y'all think about it. Like I gave you the example yesterday. You're not homeless if you have a home. Even if it's not in the state that you live in, you got a home somewhere in the 50 United States. So Olivia says in the live that we're getting ready to watch, she says they are liars. So Olivia, hey Flower Patch, Olivia basically was saying that the reason why she stayed away is because she was in threat of being evicted from her apartment. Listen to what I'm getting ready to say. She said she was in threat of being evicted from her apartment because she was 2 months behind in rent. Now, let's remember, Olivia left for Texas, or excuse me, she left Texas for Florida in May. Yesterday, we agreed. Some of you guys said it was Mother's Day. Some of you guys said Memorial Day weekend. We all came to the agreement that we were just going to say it was somewhere around the end of May. Who the hell leaves and knowing they're evicted or they're behind and could potentially get evicted and didn't secure your belongings in that apartment? Think about it. Olivia said that she was 2 months behind. So if you were 2 months behind and we're already at September the 1st, which is Monday, she said she had to come up with 2 months rent. So what 2 months were you behind? Because you couldn't have been behind. Let's just say you were behind May. So then that means you were behind May, June, July, and August. So wouldn't that be 4 months behind? And then let's be honest, because you were behind those months, then they would automatically have you pay September too. So you would have to pay May, June, July, August, and September. So it's just like, so what 2 months were you behind? Are you saying that you were behind July and August? Well, how could you be behind July and August? So are you saying you paid the rent for the month of June? But didn't you say you moved to Florida to go to school? Because she says in this live she couldn't go to school in Texas because the haters wasn't going to allow it. I'm just thinking to myself, my thing is, if you're going to lie, that's your business, but at least tell a lie that seems somewhat believable. So basically, she said that y'all did help her. Y'all helped her save her home in Texas. But she told the internet that she had lost the home. Remember? She told us she lost everything. She said she lost down to photos of the children. So she said, so now she's being evicted. So I drawn to the Florida thought of a homeless scam there. And when I got some coins, I went back home and my key to get in my eviction apartment. I'm sick of her. Exactly. It's like she said the reason why she didn't come back until now is because she thought she was getting evicted. Well, even if you're in the position of getting evicted, you still can stay in the apartment, Olivia. You know that, sis. You just went. She had y'all remember when she had the eviction thing about a couple years ago when she was in Florida 2 times ago? Like, it's the fact that we got to sit and really think about. She was 2 months behind then and was still stayed there until she left and went to Texas. This is the time when she got pregnant with Kaylani. That Texas trip. At the end of the day, what people got to realize is Olivia tried Florida, but she realized Florida is more expensive than Texas. Olivia knows just as well as we all know she can maneuver better in Texas than she can Florida. And when she went to Florida, I don't know what she went there for, you guys. It's being alleged that she went there for a summer romance. It's been all kind of speculations on the internet why she went to Florida. But at the end of the day, whatever she went to Florida for, she wasn't there for the long haul. We know that by when she went live yesterday and we looked in her apartment and she had the jackets hanging on the hooks. And let's be honest, y'all, people haven't worn a jacket. It's August, so you haven't worn a jacket in Texas since last year sometime. So I just, so at this point, we're going to react to this video, but the whole purpose of me saying this is we're going to wrap this up right here until she comes with newer content like this said man that's supposed to be coming. She claims that she had her car shipped back to Texas. My thing is, why are we spending money to ship a car that you told us that wasn't even reliable enough to drive you 2 hours away? Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Tam. Hey, Miss V. Hey, Maja. Why are we spending, hey, LaToy, why are we spending money on I don't know, y'all. Like I said, it's her story. She's telling it. Let's get into the reaction video. We'll discuss more of her story as she talks about it. This is like a 52-minute live stream. We're going to try our best to get through as much as we can tolerate. But I think at this point, for me, I'm going to wrap it up about right here with her until something new happens. If said man comes about, if she pulls up in a brand new, you know what? If she pulls up in a brand new car, I don't care about that. It got to be something. Maybe if we get more information about the whole court date with her and Gerard, then we'll come back, right? But this right here, keep constantly debunking these lies. We're going to do this video because to me personally, this video is her talking more because she's allowing the people to ask questions and she's answering them. Again, we don't know if those answers are true or not. You said, imagine Joy coming after she's being screwing Gerard and just got pregnant by a random. Yeah, she says, okay, so the secret man that's coming, it's supposed to be Joey, which is Kaylani's daddy. But she told us she was pregnant by a 25-year-old that was in jail. Now, y'all remember she told us Joey was an older man. Do y'all remember when she told us last year Joey was an older man? So even if you were there screwing Joey, why would the person you allegedly was pregnant by be a 25-year-old that's locked up? Shipping a car doesn't happen that fast. Me personally, if the car is coming back to Texas, it's being driven by whatever man that she was entertaining while she was in Florida. That's just my opinion. If the car is being driven back to Texas, it's going to be driven back by whatever man she was entertaining in Florida. That's my opinion. I don't think Olivia's shipping cars. But I don't know. I just don't think she is. All right, y'all, let's get into it. And the reason why I don't think she's shipping cars, because I remember when she moved to Florida the very first time, she had Gerard drive her mama's Avalanche to her in Florida. So if you're versed with shipping cars, then why you didn't ship that car? You know what I'm saying? Like the times that she's had her cars brought to her, somebody has driven them to her. So y'all, let's get into this reaction.
Wait, what's going on with my video? Oh, there we go. What's up? Like, can we talk about it? Can we talk about Olivia was never homeless? Can we talk about it? Okay, let's talk about it. Ask me questions. Like, I'm not talking about my supporters. I'm not, this is not directed towards you guys, but everyone out there who's, I guess, trying to make money off of my name, or I don't know, trying to spread lies on my name. Can you guys actually come in here with a challenging conversation and prove me wrong that I was never homeless?
I mean, at this point, why? Why should we prove that you were never homeless when you weren't? You know that. I mean, she knows that. We know that. The person she was staying with knows that. It's at this point, why? It's her always trying to fight with the internet. Like, she puts more fight with the internet than she does with Gerard in the custody situation and the child support. If she would put that much fight into that than she does fighting imagine always fighting with the internet about things that really isn't worth fighting about, instead of putting that same energy into fighting to what should be or what should matter, like your children. It's her always coming here formulating a plan to take Gerard down, but it never happens. But yet she's filing police reports on people on the internet, folks going to jail and courts, and you know what I'm saying? But the kids are still in the same position with Gerard having custody over them. That's my thing. Like, does that even sound smart? That don't even sound in. And I'm saying this honestly, y'all. This not even to drag or dog her. It's just thinking logical. Why am I fighting the internet, but not fighting the man who took my kids? Even if he had let me say this. Even if he had the evidence, the right, or whatever, it's you fighting the internet, but you're not fighting this man as hard as you try to fight the internet. It's just like, at this point, it's insane. Like, the people who sit and listens to this lady's logic, I'm like, you got to be just as dingy as her at this point. Because it's just like, oh my God. That's why I said, y'all, we're going to wrap this up right here. Because my intelligence radar, I can't even keep listening to this because it's just like, girl, why? My thing is, if you said you were homeless, technically you did not have a lease in your name in Florida. So yes, you did not have your own home. However, you had a roof over your head, you and your children. So theoretically, you weren't homeless. You just didn't have a home over your head. But I told you guys, she told us when she was at said roommate's house. She told us then, I got a roommate and I got my own place. That was the place in Texas that she never had any intentions on giving up. We know that by seeing the coats hanging on the coat rack by the front door when we saw her live yesterday.
Because it's the lies for me. No, don't even click on it. I think I get it. It's the media. People just say anything to get clicks and views. So they get paid, I guess. Like, so they just go with the narrative. You know, none of these people who actually make videos on anybody have a mind of their own. So they just go with the ongoing narrative that fits whatever because they don't have a mind of their own. They can't speak on their own logic. They just go with everybody else because they're sheep.
So I am a person who makes videos about her and other women. And ma'am, if you clearly think that I don't have a mind of my own, you are about as crazy as you look in those glasses that you got on your face, ma'am. Yeah, I definitely got a mind of my own. Anyway, let's move on because I don't even want to entertain that because that's a mute conversation at this point.
But none of my supporters, I know you guys are not questioning it, but even if you are questioning it, do you guys have any questions? Like, I'm so transparent, and like, even the people who talk all the shit, can y'all speak up? I didn't put it on subscriber mode or anything. Like, anybody can say anything to me or ask me any questions if you think I'm lying or I was lying at some point.
Ma'am, it's her feeling. Well, I'll just say this reactor would not be descending down into her comments. Hey, Liv, it's TMR. Hey, it's me. I'm down here. I got a question. Baby, all the questions I'm going to ask you is going to be right here on this monetized channel, ma'am. I wish I would go down in her comments. Hey, Liv. Woohoo, it's me, TMR. I got a question for you. For what? When I can ask them right here and get paid, baby. Here's the thing. I don't care to ask the question because I don't really care what the answer is.
Hi, ladies.
Not they drink Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I wouldn't even click on it. It's so stupid. Like I said, they're all brainless sheep who try to make money off the next person. It's really sad. Do you plan on having your baby daddy back in your life? That has nothing to do with me being homeless. Hey, Yolanda. You're homeless, right? I was homeless. Yes, I was. And then it's like you guys missed out on like the last few videos. Like I've been literally putting this on piece by piece, like showing you guys everything piece by piece. And it's like y'all still come in here saying, "Oh, hey, you're homeless, right? Aren't you still pregnant?" Like, I already addressed these things. Hey, Liv, I never pay attention to the lames. Yeah, please don't. I'm only coming up here because people are coming in my comments, and now I'm giving you guys an opportunity to ask me straight up. Don't be scared. Ask me if you have a challenging conversation. Do you plan on having your baby daddy back in your life? You already asked me that. Oh, I already read that. Hey, Liv, I never pay attention. Yeah. Nope, no questions. Just wanted to put you on to a great job. Ooh, a job? Where? Wait, you were? I'm so proud of you. Yes, I was. It was a very difficult time in my life, and I don't know. I think about it and it's like, when you think about something like that you went through that's like just like makes me feel a certain type of way thinking about it. But yeah, it was really, really hard. And I let you guys in and I got a lot of support and love. And I appreciate you guys. But my whole thing is, the same people who are saying I'm liars are the same people who probably emailed my ex roommate harassing her, trying to get me kicked out of the place I was staying. And then you guys got mad because my supporters showed up and showed out for me and helped me save this place and get back home to this place. Because let's be real, if I was going
Wait, your supporters helped you save this place? Oh, I guess I missed that. Did I miss that part of the videos? When we were at the park in the rain and at the mall and in the car, and a couple times you showed up at a hotel. When did she ever say she needed help saving this place? Or was she not supposed to say that? She said that the people were mad because her supporters helped her save that place. When did we know that this place was in jeopardy of being lost? Based off what she said, she had already lost it. Yikes.
to stay out there and just live pillar to post and stay in hotel rooms, I would still be up here asking you guys for money. So I think I made the right decision. But, no, only because you're not homeless now because you went back to Texas watching your videos. So mind your business. Huh? You guys, I do not look like Wendy Williams. What the hell? I look nothing like that lady. I guess the hair. Thank God your car got you back home. Your haters can't stand that people love you. I know, and that's why I keep rubbing it in their face. Because no matter how much shit they talk about me, people still love me. And I love you guys for that. Thank you so much for having a mind of your own. I appreciate that, you guys.
Right, Anisha.
I really do. But it's just like, she lied. She was never homeless. Like, why are you gonna say that? Like, just like playing about homelessness is not a game. You don't lie on somebody being vulnerable and opening up and actually telling the truth about their journey. Like, you don't just lie about that because
Girl, what journey? You journeyed from Texas to Florida and back. Like you were literally there 2.5 months. What journey is that? And coincidentally, you were supposed to have your kids this summer, but miraculously, you wanted to go get your life together days before you were supposed to retrieve the children to have them for the whole summer. So, what journey? Ooh, I could see if she had already had a conversation with her kids and be like, look, you guys, mom has to lie on the internet so I can have money to do for you. But it's the fact that you haven't had a conversation with the Web3. And just imagine these kids, especially that oldest girl, listening to their mother's lies. I mean, at this point, we don't need to be appalled by her lies. Because let's be honest, y'all, unless you are a person who contribute or sent a contribution to her storyline, um, I mean, why would you be appalled? The 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 persons that should be disturbed or hurt behind this whole soiree that she did this summer should be her children, not the internet. I mean, we're talking about it because it was like, girl, you have the audacity to get on this internet after you basically lied. I mean, there's no basically. That's what you did, sis. You lied. The story was you were trying to find a. Y'all remember she said she was trying to go to North Carolina or South Carolina. Then she mentioned New York, and she was asking people questions. When when the whole time now you're saying the people helped you save this apartment. So if the people were helping you save this apartment, why were you contemplating or having a conversation? Let me say that because you obviously weren't contemplating, moving to North Carolina, South Carolina. You were having conversations, excuse me, of moving to these places when you hadn't even moved the wall hangings off your wall in the apartment that you still possess in Texas. So that's why people say you're a liar. But here's the thing, y'all. People, think about this, y'all. She could come on here next week with a whole new story that involves her needing money. And how much you want to bet she will get what she needs? Because you have people that are very dumb and naive and are easily manipulated. I mean, but hey, I'm not here to save the day. I'm just here to do a reaction.
Because you feel like it. I'm wondering what happened with you and your sister. We're still very close. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. I just didn't want to put my drama and bullshit on her life. Like, I'm a grown ass woman and I didn't want to do that. We're still very close. That's my sister. That's my baby. That is my baby. I love her to death. Why did that? You told everybody that you were homeless, but you decided to go to Florida to see a man. You decided to stay. You really had a home back in Texas, but you chose to stay. People stay in Ho. Slatty? Yeah, you're going to have to reword that whole thing, baby. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, we understood what that person was saying. How you don't understand?
Don't pay them no attention. Hey, Lady K, your true supporters are happy to know you and your babies are well. Thank you, baby. Yeah, and I have no problem answering any questions or anything. Like, I owe it to my supporters, because I love you guys. And I just don't like them lying on me. Like, that was something really traumatic and hard that I went through. Like, it's messed up. But I'm always going to keep it real, you know? Um, everybody goes to a hotel when they got no when they got go. Why can't I read? Everybody goes to a hotel when they go out of town. That doesn't mean you were homeless. Okay, cool. Like, I don't know how to answer that. Are you saying that I said I was out of town, but I was really staying at a hotel? I don't understand what you mean. I don't even know why they're obsessed with this. Even if you were a scammer, we'd learn from it, right? And move on, whatever. But
Who is that simple person talking about? Even if you were a scammer, you learned from your. Who is saying that? How old is that person? 12? Like, what? Even if you are a scammer, you learned from it. What? This is why people say this is why the community says the people that follow Olivia have to be very slow or very young, because you learned from being a scammer. What? Y'all act like she went to the feds and did 5 to 10. What is?
they've turned this into an entire career posting about you. I know, they're lame. They're so lame. They are so lame. People are just so lame. It's like, babe. But I get it, they get paid, so they just keep going, but they're so lame. Like, talk about no integrity, you know?
No, you not talking about having some integrity. Integrity. And girl, you done got your whole 3 kids snatched from your bosom. Girl, my goodness.
You don't know nothing. Sugar, it's like I'm trying to understand what they're trying to say. I don't understand what they're trying to say. Liv, I've been rooting for you.
She says has integrity. I just thought about that. Girl, we are doing reaction videos. We're not writing, I don't know, thesis. But what are you talking about?
Since your babies were tiny. Oh, thank you, baby. Yeah, you guys, I don't think I'm gonna get my babies because he's not answering on the app. And I guess the lawyer, I don't know. I don't know. Should I call her back? It's already 4:30. Well, I will definitely note it down because now he'll.
You say, should you call the lawyer back at 4:30? Well, why wouldn't you call the lawyer before you called the internet? Wouldn't it be more concerning that you got to see your first and foremost? Now, I'm just going to be honest with y'all. Why does she feel like she should be able to see them when you basically ghosted them all summer? Like she told us she intentionally didn't call her kids for 2 months. Like, so you show back up in town after being gone the whole summer. It's not like you were on, I don't know, some type of pilgrimage or something like that. Like, girl, you were in Florida, I don't know, basically effing off. And so you show back up in your apartment, and because you want the internet to be okay with it, you want Gerard to be okay with it too. When you literally ghosted those kids for the whole entire, like you did not call your two youngest kids out of the three oldest for their birthdays. But because you're the mother, you, and here's the thing. The reason why I feel some way slighted by that comment, it'd be all the same if it was Gerard. Say, for instance, it was Gerard. And Gerard was supposed to get the kids for the summer. And he just, poof, went out of town for 2-3 months, didn't call, didn't give an explanation, just, but she could still see Gerard because he's constantly posting on his social media, right? Knowing that you were supposed to get the kids for the summer. Do y'all think that Olivia would just be like, he come back in town and be like, hey, Liv, I'm back in Dallas. Let me get them kids for the weekend. Do you think Olivia should have been like, sure, Gerard, what time are you coming? No, she wouldn't. I mean, think about it, y'all. What woman would? It'd be all the same if we was one of y'all baby daddies and he was supposed to get the kids for the summer and completely ghosted you and the kids for the whole damn summer. Then at the end of the summer, he pops back in town and be like, hey, let me come get my little youngins. You gonna be like, nigga, F you. I'll let you get on when I stop being mad, and I ain't stopped being mad yet. I mean, to me, that's a F what the court ruling say, because if that's the case, she didn't abide by it. If the court ruling said her visitation was this was her summer to have them, you didn't comply with that. Nor did you give the courts a valid reason. If we want to keep everything technical, you didn't even reach out to the courts and say, hey, I have an emergency. I can't get my kids. I don't want to be in contempt of my visitations. I don't want him to use this against me. Like, can we get this in writing? You didn't do none of that. Girl, you packed whatever bags y'all had through them and however you traveled to Florida. And baby, that was it. And then you show up and back in Texas and like, let me get my kids. It's like, wait, what? No, ma'am. No.
He's been breaking the court order, but okay, I guess. Do you have people pay your bills so you could keep your place in Texas, but you said you got all your shit evicted? No, I said yes, I did, because the apartments decided to work with me. I felt my attitude coming. I was behind. I was behind 2 months of rent. Okay. So instead of them kicking me out, they worked with me and they said if I paid 2 months and got caught up, because I was paying a month behind. So they said if I paid 2 months and I got completely caught up, then they weren't going to evict me.
So you were paying a month behind. So when you paid May 1st, you were actually paying for April 1st? because you left towards the end of May. So you're saying, again, the only reason we're having this conversation is because she brought it to the internet. Let's be honest. Do we really care about this lady and her rent? No. But because she brought the conversation to the internet, let's talk about it. So you were paying rent a month behind. So when you left at the end of May, when you paid rent, I'm just going to assume May 1st by the 3rd or the 5th or whenever, you were paying for April. So when you paid rent in August, you were paying for May, June, July, August, and also September, because you said it was 2 months. So which 2 months were you behind? Because if you're going to say you were behind July and August, then who paid the rent in June? Woo! Child.
By a certain date, and I did that by the grace of God, and I didn't lose all my things. But yeah, I pretty much thought I did lose all my things because they were going to evict me.
Let me tell y'all something. Olivia lives in Arlington, Texas, which is Tarrant County. They do not play. Now, I'm not saying apartments won't work with you, because they will. But typically, anything after 2 months, y'all got to think about it. I don't know if Olivia gets Section 8 or I don't know what she gets. Let's just say she pays market rent. She has a 3-bedroom. A 3-bedroom apartment in Arlington, Texas, at the minimum, is going to be about $1,800 a month. And that's before they start adding on all the additional fees. So her rent could be $2,000. So you're saying that you came up with, and it's not that you were 2 months behind, because it's late fees on top. And if they actually filed the eviction, it's the fee to file the eviction, it's the late fees, it's the 2 months behind, and plus the next month that you're going into. They want that too. So basically, when you pay, you're basically paying 3 months. 3 months. Because you would need to have September's paid too. So the next time you would be due would be October. Okay.
So when I came up here and I said that I lost all my shit, that's because I thought I was going to lose all my shit. I wasn't going to break it down at the point at that time and tell you guys everything, because all you guys would have done is try to come here and take pictures of my stuff and rummage through my stuff. You know, I have like real life stalkers, so I can't tell you guys every single thing that goes on. But yeah, at that time, I thought I had lost everything.
So hold on. So if you were in jeopardy of getting evicted, unless the eviction actually went through, how would people be able to rifle through your things? Can't nobody come into your apartment unless they got a key. So you didn't tell the internet that you were in fear of losing your apartment, but yet you were able to tell the internet that you were homeless in Florida. It was okay to tell the internet that, but it wasn't okay to tell the internet, y'all, I'm stranded in Florida. I'm trying to get back to Texas, but I have rent that I haven't paid. Can y'all help me save my apartment in Texas? Wouldn't that be the same as being homeless? Wouldn't people show up for you for that reason too? If they're trying to save a single mom with 2 babies, wouldn't that be a good storyline too? Mrs. Yellowhawk, I know, baby. Mrs. Yellowhawk says, TMR, you have a brain, boo. Okay. you're not going to figure it out. She's making it up as she goes. I know, sis. I'm just saying. It's just, she didn't mention any of that. That's what, like, why not just say that? At least you wouldn't be considered a liar, right? Why not just, if you really weren't, but anyway, all right, let's move on. I'm gonna let her talk for about 5 minutes. I ain't gonna even stop it. I'm gonna just let her talk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Family business should be private. Mm-hmm. Did I miss an episode? Yeah, girl, I think you missed a few. I think it's more because you said you were lost. Oh, you lost the home in Texas. Oh, I answered that. You're at home. This is you have a place to stay in Texas, but you chose it with a Florida to see a man. No, Florida had nothing to do with a man. Especially when you have kids, if you by yourself. But when you have kids, it's a different story. Some people are ignorant and stupid, right, girl? Hi, sad girl.
Oh my God, Black and Bougie. Yes.
What's your plan for the next 5 years? Oh, yeah. Like, I'm going to sit here and tell you guys. I'm sorry. There's certain things I can't say. You guys know I have my haters, y'all. Come on now. I don't.
I know I said I wasn't going to stop, but I just had to stop. Somebody asked her, what's her plan for the next 5 years? She said, oh my God, I can't tell you guys that. You guys know I have haters, but yet you were able to come to the same platform where these haters are located and tell the entire world you went viral for doing it, that you're homeless, pregnant with 2 babies. It was okay to tell the internet that. But somebody asks you something that, I don't know, is a conversation to have. What are your plans, ma'am? Like, we've literally been watching you for 6 years or so, and you've done nothing. Nothing. But had 2 extra children. That's it. That's all you've done. You didn't get remarried. You didn't get into another committed relationship. You didn't, I don't know, get your actual GED. Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Mm-mm. So somebody asks you. So yes, so what's your plans for the next? Oh my God, you want me to tell you that? You mean you want me to tell you my business? Oh no, I can't tell you my business, at least the truth, but I definitely can tell you a lie. I was homeless in Florida with 2 kids and pregnant by a man that's locked up that's 10 years younger than me. Yep, that's what I'm going to tell you. Okay, girl.
Have any questions. I trust in Florida that you were homeless. I was, you guys, like, and I'm not gonna keep saying it because I don't even want to like relive it and think about it because it was really, really, really just it was a lot. Um and just to think that people on the internet like put me through that. Like I was fine. I was doing fine, but I really feel like God always has a plan. Always. And this was his plan to have me back here because look, if I didn't get kicked out of my roommate's place, I would have still been staying there. Everything would have been going fine. And then I still would have got this thing that I have to appear in court. So it would have threw a whole wedge. It would have been bad. Like, you see how that.
So God's plan was to bring you back to Texas. It it wasn't the plan that all your belongings was there as well. That wasn't your plan. So God led you back to your fully furnished apartment with the key that you still possessed. God let you. God did that. Okay. Now let me say this to you guys. The live that she did 2 lives today. She did a live. Tam Reed. Tam, if you don't get up out my head, girl, She did a live today. So funny. I just happened to look down at the chat, and Tam, you saying what I'm getting ready to say. So Olivia did a live earlier today showing us it's a furniture that's going viral on TikTok. It's called the boneless couch, the cloud couch, and it's going viral. Well, Olivia got a boneless couch, right? Now, remember when Olivia first moved into this apartment, sis was down at the Salvation Army getting furniture to furnish it. Well, now she's gotten the boneless couch. And so, how she was able to get it, this is what she told the internet today. She said, if you guys really want to look into become content creators, you guys really should think about it because you could get so much free stuff being a content creator. Now, let's go back a little bit. Do you guys remember how her and Jasmine exclusively, them two, would dog the internet because they felt like we were jealous of their content creation spots because they got all these fabulous promos that they get paid for? Well, Olivia said today that essentially her promos are free. She get, especially on TikTok. She said all you need is 10,000 followers, and once you start, you can message the TikTok shop, and sellers will basically send you free stuff to promote on their channel. So she reached out to there's several companies that are manufacturing this, what they call this boneless couch. It's basically a couch that inflates, right? It's a really nice couch. I'm not, and it's, some of them retail for like $500, $600, $700. They also got them on Amazon too. So it's a viral couch, and it comes like in a sectional. They have like an ottoman. They got different variations of it. I said, you mean to tell me all this time that y'all been bragging about your content creation clout? You know, the clout that people were chasing. All these years have gone by and y'all are still doing free promo, especially you, Olivia. You got 100,000 followers on YouTube and you're still doing promo for free stuff. I said, y'all, so when I heard her say that, when I watched some of this live earlier, I watched about 27 minutes of this live earlier today. I couldn't take no more. I cut it off. I said to myself, I said, you know what? These are chicks who have social media followings. There's nothing spectacular, magical, fascinating about anything they got going on. I mean, obviously, y'all, we started watching them for the shit show that they have brought to the internet. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. This boneless couch that she got, if you watch a lot of the people on TikTok, because I've seen it, the couch looks nice. I don't have one, but I've seen different people do promotions on the boneless couch, and it appears to be nice, you know. And the one that she shows, she has one that's like olive green. It's like, is it like corduroy material almost? And it's supposed to be like stain resistant and all these other things. If you guys are curious about it, you could go on TikTok and look at it. If you don't have a TikTok, just type in cloud couch or boneless couch on Amazon, and you'll be able to see it on Amazon as well too. Like if you have like a den area, or if you have like a little family room for the kids, it'd be something cute for that, you know. I don't know if I would just parlay it in my living room. I don't know. Like I said, me personally, I would have to see it in person to see how tall it is, and you know, I don't want no little like little people's couch. But when she sat on it, it appears that the back, I think she's sitting on it now, y'all. I think this is the couch. If you look in the corner, I think this is the couch now, the boneless couch that she's sitting on.
All mapped out, like It was all pushing me back to Texas. So
You like it, K-Love? Do you
I'm not
like
even
it?
mad at people anymore, but for people on the internet to do that to me, because that's what they did,
No,
they
Maya,
reached
it's
into my
true.
real life. They found my roommate. First of all, they doxed me, which is illegal and is wrong. You doxed me, then you found my roommate, then you harassed my roommate. You got me kicked out. I was homeless. People helped me get out of that situation. And now you're mad about it and you're lying and saying I was never homeless when the same people who are saying I was never homeless are the people who put me in that situation. The gaslighting is crazy.
So what I think Olivia did was, I do feel like people reached out to whoever she was staying with, and what I think is doing or did was use that opportunity, because the roommate said to her, like, "Girl, like, why are your internet people harassing me on my social media?" And I think Olivia took that. I don't think the roommate was like perplexed behind it. But I think Olivia used that as the opportunity to say, "Oh my God, you guys got me put out of my house or the place that I'm staying at." Some of me feel like that could be it. Or I think Olivia was bouncing from the roommate, the guy that she was hanging out with in Florida, and the sister's house. I think she was just bouncing around from house to house. So again, essentially, we can always go back to the point where she was homeless in Florida. But here's the thing: Florida was never going to be her home. So that's why you were homeless in Florida, because Florida was not your home. Texas is your home. Hence the reason why you were able to come back to a boneless couch that was waiting on you. Like, the couch was there. Imagine now, think about it, y'all. She didn't order this couch yesterday or the day before. It's a few days, and the couch comes, because I looked at it. The couch comes like in two different shipments. So you get one box one day, and then they'll send the box, I don't know, the next day or the day after. So it comes in two different, it doesn't come in one shipment, it comes in two shipments. So based off what I saw, the shipping is like 3 to 5 days. So more than likely, she had already ordered this couch. Now, again, y'all, if you had intentions on living in Florida, why would you be ordering couches to the house in Texas or the apartment in Texas?
Crazy AF. I didn't ask to be put in that situation. I was put in that situation because haters on the internet, the same haters that are sitting here
Right,
today
Brooklyn
talking
girl.
about I was never homeless. Okay. Well, I guess.
Good morning,
Next
sweetie.
time, if you don't want to see a bitch win, don't prey on her downfall. Because you're not going to see anybody lose but yourself. You're going to be even more mad at the end of the day, because if you prey on somebody else's downfall, God will make a way. And he did, through everybody with kind hearts that reached out to me and helped me. And they're mad. So let me see. Let me see if I can answer.
She said, if you don't want to see a bitch win, don't prey on her downfall. I'm sorry. Olivia talks like she's about 15 years old. To be almost she's closer to 40 than she ever will be 30, with 5 kids. And because she's so, I don't know, engulfed with social media, it's her saying, "You're playing on my downfall." When people were just like, "Girl, you're lying. That your situation is your story. Let me say that it's not true. If there's no truth in that. There may be some truth, but all of it is not true. The only part that was true is she did not have a home in Florida because she wasn't trying to establish a home in Florida. That was the only truth. I mean, how does she feel like she's winning? Because you got a apartment, but you already had that apartment. Most people who want a roof over their head have a roof over their head. And most people don't have to lie, scheme, and squander the internet to keep it over their head. They just get up and go to work and earn their money to pay their bills. To me, that's winning. That's just my opinion.
Any more of these questions? So you have a place. Yeah, it's my place that I left here in Texas.
Oh, and one on the way. Yes.
Love from Africa. Basically, they are saying, oh, I went on vacation. Well, I think if you go on vacation, you don't start school and you don't get your son enrolled in daycare. And my school was not going to be over until March. That was my ending day. That's a long motherfucking vacation. No, I was going to keep this place until the lease was up, which was the beginning of next year. And I was going to keep it for the simple fact of if I needed to rush back here for an emergency like now, like I just had to, I still had it and I'm still around my kids. And I told you guys I didn't want to keep this place. My mom convinced me to, but I was struggling. We were struggling to get it paid for. But like I said, with the grace of
Who is we? Who we were you and your mom were struggling to keep the place? So you mean to tell me while you were over there sleeping with Gerard, you were behind on rent? You apparently you were sleeping with your ex-husband for 5 months, but you were paying rent a month behind? You mean to tell me in the midst of the moaning and groaning y'all was doing, you didn't mention to him, oh yeah, and by the way, I'm behind on my rent. Can you help me out? You was over there asking that man for $106 so you can renew your Costco membership, but you was behind on rent. You cannot, maybe you cannot make this up, or can you make it up? Is it made up? Like at this point, I don't know. Thank you so much for the $10 cash app, sis. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
God, it got paid for and the apartment is saved. And here I am back here. Oh, thank you, TNT. This is wild. They gotta flip everything. Exactly. They do flip everything. You said you didn't have your apartment anymore. Okay, baby, go ahead and rewind. Okay, baby, I just explained that. Blessings and wishing you the most. Oh, thank you. And they act
Not wait a minute, Miss Denise. Not Olivia needed $553 to pay her damn rent. Olivia, why is you trying to steal Jasmine's storyline? Liv needed $553 to pay her damn rent. Baby, that's why I be so tickled over here. You hear me? Baby, I be tickled.
actually hope you are a scammer and scamming everyone. Listen, Liberty, that's so true. And if I was a scammer, I would have kept scamming. What the hell? Right? If I was a scammer, I would have kept scamming and scamming and scamming and scamming. I would have still been scamming. What's the problem? I could have still, if I had a scammer mindset, I could have been anywhere pretending I'm homeless, right? And I could have still been, and
Right. You could have been anywhere, but you just so happened to be in Florida, sis.
people would have still been trying to help me. But the moment that I was okay, which was after and during the time of my procedure, somebody let me stay with them, and thank God they did. I didn't need hotel rooms anymore. I didn't need that help from y'all anymore. So I stopped asking.
All right. Well, I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. I know it's late and I know y'all got stuff to do. I'm going to see y'all in the next reaction video. Bye, y'all. Baby. Sis said, after I had my procedure, y'all, I didn't need y'all help. Somebody let me stay with them. So why would I come on here and keep asking y'all money so I could get my nails done? I can buy iced coffees every day, eat at the food court at the mall. Why would I do that after I have already gotten enough from y'all? I mean, Olivia said, I mean, I do have some type of morals, y'all. I just wasn't going to bleed you all the way dry. Olivia said, I mean, I bled you, but baby, I wasn't going to bleed you dry. Olivia said, I was going to leave some for later on. Like, I ain't going to take it all right now. I'm going to leave some for later. I said, okay, girl.
Like, I'm not going to be staying with somebody asking you guys for hotel rooms or asking you guys help for hotel rooms. Like, I'm not going to be doing that. It's just crazy. It's insane. Like, anyway. No, I didn't go see a man. I'm sorry, you guys. I had one night. One night. I'm sorry. I'm human. Okay. I know that Olivia's not supposed to be human and I'm not supposed to have urges, but I do sometimes. Okay.
Girl, not you on here talking about your damn ussy. Sis said, okay, y'all. I wanted to get screwed. I mean, just one night. Olivia said, damn, I can't get my ussy scratched one night. She said, I just needed my Uchi scratched one night. And now I'm a 304 because I wanted my Uzi scratched. Livia said, I got needs. Y'all screwing? Why can't I screw? I know I'm homeless with 2 babies, but I wanted, my Uzi scratched. Let's continue.
Sorry. How is he breaking it when you were supposed to get the kids for the summer? Because what do you mean, how is he breaking it when I was supposed to have the kids for the summer? So because I didn't get my kids for the summer, that means he can keep them away from me indefinitely? Is that your logical way of thinking, Snoop? So since I didn't
So hold on. No, let's go. I don't want to talk about Gerard, the kids. I don't want. Let's go back to your ussy. Since you talked about it. So, sis. So I'm just asking. I ain't trying to be personal. You don't have to answer either. although I'm not down in your chat asking the question, I'm over here, you know. So do you not use condoms at all? You said one night. Even if you've been knowing this man, child, you don't know his status. So you don't never use condoms when you scoring these random men. Damn, don't nobody gotta use it. Did your ride use a condom? Oh, I'm sorry, since I ain't trying to be personal. Did your ride use a condom? Oh, damn. Girl. At this point, let's just hope you were only just pregnant. God forbid anything else was going on.
At the kids during the summer because I was trying to get my shit together and go to school. Now I can never see my kids again. Is that how you think?
Wait. So you went to Florida and dismissed having the kids for the summer because you was trying to get your shit together and go to school. Child, you was there for 2 months, came back, and none of that happened. Okay. All right.
I'm trying to understand. Don't mute Snoop. I want to understand what they're talking about here.
She did take a leave of absence from the kids, Black Auntie.
Thank you. You already explained. Yeah, I did, Lady K. Totally get it. Praying everything falls into place with you and your children. Thank you, baby. People forget being a single mom isn't for the weak. No, it's not. And people are like, well, why didn't Joey help you? Because Joey was taking care of the other half of this place. He was trying to, do what he needed to do with this place.
Joey was taking care of the other half, but didn't you say you and your mama was doing it too? So, what? Not Joy making sure you keep an apartment in Texas, but ain't never laid eyes on Kaylani. Okay, girl.
So it was just a lot of shit going on at the same damn time, okay?
What she said, does Texas
Totally
not have
get
beauty
it.
schools?
Praying everything. Oh, I read that. How you homeless but got a house? Oh Lord. Where are your
Right, sweet
kids
shy.
sleeping? Can someone tell me if she killed the baby? Wow. No accountability. What's up with y'all? Y'all learn the word accountability and y'all just always say it. Like, baby, Love 92, define accountability, please. Define it. I won't make you spell it, but define it, please.
I mean, at this point, why should we make her be accountable? Does it really matter to us? I mean, maybe some of y'all it do. At this point, she don't never have to accept accountability. She really don't. Like, I don't know, y'all. It's just like I said, we're gonna wrap it up right here because at this point, these stories that she's telling y'all, I mean, you would have to be, I don't know, with no brain to even halfway believe anything this lady says. Well, let me say this. When she's trying to tell the truth, because she has lied so many other times, and so Olivia will use the excuse, the reason why she lies is because of her haters. But this recent storyline that you just came up with should show you that you obviously have a lot of people who support you because they managed to help you keep the apartment that you in Texas that you said it was 2 months behind. Child, you was able to catch flights, treat yourself to a manicure, pedicure, I don't know, indulge in an ice cold coffee, and child ate up probably all of Florida whatever you wanted to eat, you had the money, the luxury to buy whatever the hell you wanted to eat. So
So happy
that's true,
to
Black
hear
Eyed
your
Tea.
babies are good. Thank you, baby. I need to turn the air
I
off. I'm
do
still getting
remember that,
cold.
Renee.
It all works out. You just don't know it at the time. Oh, Jessica. You make me want to cry. Thank you, Jessica. I agree with you, baby.
I don't know why she went to
Olivia,
Florida
if
for
you
two
had an
months,
apartment in
Miss
Texas the whole
Lacey.
time you were homeless in Florida, you could have gone back to your apartment. Saying you were homeless was a play on words and sympathy. No, because I can't go back to an apartment that I'm locked out of because they're trying to evict me. And I couldn't come back if I had no money for a plane ticket, right? And I couldn't come back unless I was able to pay the remaining balance that I owed, right?
Wait, did she just say that she couldn't come back to a apartment that she was locked out of because they was trying to evict her? Did the eviction go through? Because that's the only way they would possibly lock you out. You know, Olivia, I'm at this point, I'm embarrassed for you, sis. Like, I don't know. You literally have no emotional connection to the people that watch your channel or support you or whatever. Because the fact that you would tell these stories as if nobody in your chat has ever leased an apartment before. When they file eviction on you, sis, they don't go padlock your door to make it to where you can't even get out or get in. Like, you can't even tell your lie correctly. At this point, I don't even know what to say anymore, y'all. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, this is hard to watch. If you have any ounce of intelligence, if Olivia act like she was like she just became an adult yesterday, and people are oblivious to how the adult life works because everybody is the same age as her. Like, she act like she just turned 18, and this woman's damn near 40.
So I literally couldn't come back here until I paid off my balance and until I um put an LOA an LOA at my school because I wanted to go back to Florida, but now I'm not going back to Florida. Um and yeah. Mhm. Yeah, but when I was able to come back here and the balance had been paid, I did as soon as I could. So instead of talking about something you don't know, Love 92, because you've been in my chats talking shit for a minute now, babe, please understand what you're talking about first, baby, because you honestly, you don't have any idea. Thank you. Girl, she thought she ate. Girl, bye. I asked you the definition of accountability, please. That's what you were supposed to tell me.
Mm, mm, mm.
Oh, I'm cold. Did I see your comment? What did you say, baby? Let me go up. Someone said I put myself. What did that say? I don't see your comment, TNT.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. some of you guys may or may not have been in my chat yesterday, but yesterday, a very large channel on here, reaction channel by the name of Anton Daniels, came through my chat and super chatted me $499.99. I've seen other channels like Lovely Tea and um, the 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 lead attorney and Kevin Samuels when he was alive. I've seen, and there's others. I just can't remember all of them. Big channels like that to get super chatted large amounts of money. And when I saw that, when I went back and watched my replay, and y'all, I was so humbled by that experience because it's never happened to me. And you know, thank you so much, Maja. I appreciate you, baby. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I did, and I don't know why that man super chat me, y'all. I have no idea. I mean, obviously he came to bless the channel. I mean, I, obviously I watch his channel, but I've never left a comment on there, so he doesn't know. That just goes to show you never know who's watching you. And what I like to pride myself on is that I come here and I be as genuine as I can with you guys when it comes to these reactions and my thoughts and my opinions, and regardless if they mean anything or not, it's the entertainment that I give y'all. But to watch this lady gaslight her audience like that, it's just unbelievable. And she's been doing it for years and years. And it's very, I don't know, it's just kind of weird because it just goes to show you how pitiful this world is, because I don't know. For me personally, and again, I have a very small channel compared to her channel, uh, Mr. Daniels that came by yesterday, and a host of other. I mean, y'all, there's millions of YouTube channels. I'm very small to these giants out here, but I love the community that I've built. And the only way that I would ever come to this internet and act shop or anything, you best believe I damn sure need it. I wouldn't just come here and act shop for things because I have an audience of people that I'm just going to assume have money. I mean, I don't know how much you have, but I'm just going to assume that y'all have. Like, me personally, I wouldn't even want to mess up the integrity of my channel with that foolishness because to me personally, thank you, Anisha. To me personally, the longevity of me be able to do these reactions and you guys watch them, and obviously they're monetized, so I get paid for them. To me, that money will go longer than if I got on here every other day begging y'all for money or asking for it or whatever. You know, thank you, Miss Lacey. I appreciate that. So to watch her, regardless of what's the truth, what's the lie. I mean, obviously, like someone in the chat just said, I can't remember who said that, and I apologize. I don't remember, but I know you said it. Some of what she's saying may be some truth in it, and obviously, y'all, a lot of it there's lies in it too. I mean, that's just listen to her. It's just obvious. Um, Thank you, Miss Renee. I appreciate that. So I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I mean, you can't do anything about it. Like if we could, if we could save the world, we would stop crime and we would stop poverty and we would stop homelessness and we could stop hunger and we could stop mental illness. If we could just save the world, we'd be able to stop all of that. And obviously, y'all, we can't. People have tried for years and years and years, and it hasn't, been able to succeed. So to just watch and listen to this lady tell these blatant bald-faced lies, it's just like, I mean, you got to be some type of, I don't know, I don't even want to use the word psychotic, but I don't know, something mentally has to be kind of wrong with you to literally sit up there and tell these stories, especially to the people who supported whatever your story was. Black Auntie said, and let's face it, she ain't the only one doing this. A fool and their money shall soon part. It's a fact of life, unfortunately. That's true, sis. Yeah, we're not gonna just say Olivia's the only one. I mean, there's people as we're speaking right now that's finagling the internet, and I don't know. Just me personally, for me, I just, I just rather work for my money. Um, I do understand internet panhandling is the new way for a lot of people here on the internet, but I don't know, y'all. I feel better. Like when I get my YouTube check, like I'm like, all right, because I know I earned every penny of it, doing my reaction videos, regardless of whoever the conversation is about. I earned every freaking penny of it. All right, y'all, we're gonna give Olivia a few more moments.
You put yourself in that situation when you went to
A
Florida. You're too
sociopath,
grown for
yeah.
your childish ways. Um, I put myself in that I put myself in the situation to be harassed and stalked and doxxed, and then my roommate to be harassed and stalked. I put myself in that situation when I went to Florida. Oh, okay, girl. You're right. You're right. You're right, baby. You're so right. Just existing, I put myself in all these situations, huh? Right now, talking to you guys right now, I'm probably putting myself in a situation. According to you, I mean, all I have to do is hit the live button and oop, I put myself in a situation. I get it. Big shout out to your mom. She's the goat. Oh, she
I
is.
think
Thank you,
what Olivia's
baby.
doing is she's trying to cover her steps because she doesn't want people to report or report to Cash App the money they sent. So she's trying to cover up her steps because she doesn't want to have to be accountable for all that money that people could potentially try to get back from like her PayPal, especially if they sent them if because y'all know at one time she was having people send money to her PayPal. And if people sent that PayPal through goods and services, they can ask for a refund. And I think she's trying to avoid that happening or avoid that from happening. So I think that's the reason why she's going on this whole hobo tour with I didn't lie, they lied. I didn't lie, they lied.
Such a fine mixed woman. Oh, thank you, Harold. I appreciate it, baby.
Thank you,
Live,
Brittany.
live.
Hey, Brown
Love,
Mama.
live, live, and you truly try and call them again. Oh, you said to call them again. I'll try. I'm gonna call him on the app and see if he answers. Just so I can say, "Hey, are you dropping off the kids? Yes or no? I need an
Good, Miss
answer."
Foster.
But he probably won't answer, you guys. I already know the games. Like I've already played. I've already been through all these
Oh,
games
wow.
before.
Really, Miss Renee? Wow.
And then I could go over there with the police, but he'll just pretend he's not home like he's done before. And then there's nothing that the police can do. Remember, you guys, I've already done all of these things before, you know? But it's okay. I'm going to note it that he restricted me from seeing them. I'm going to call tonight. Um, he'll probably not let me speak to them. I'll note that. And we'll see how things go in court, you know? Why did you continue to go live in the roommate's condo when you were telling everyone you were homeless? I didn't, baby. Do you have proof of me going live in the roommate's condo? And if you do, can you send it to me so we can blast it all over the place? Because I would love to see that. I know you guys think you know what you're talking about, but you really don't. But like I said, if you have proof, please send it over. Is there any way we could help you get monetized. Abby, I need to make another channel. I just haven't done it yet. I'll probably do it after all this court stuff. Do you still need help? Uh-oh. Where'd that comment go? Your motivation and growth is very admirable, Liv. Thank you, Jessica. I'm trying. Jess, do I still need help? No, baby. I'm gonna actually make a GoFundMe for anybody who wants to help me get a lawyer. And yeah, because I need to get a lawyer by next week or the week after.
Sis said that, you know, she's going to need a GoFundMe to help her get a lawyer, either this week or the week after. Good luck with that, sis. Miss Pettis said, "GoFundMe for what?" She said she needed an attorney. I mean, you would have thought by all this time, with Gerard's had the kids for what, about 3-4 years now. Girl, you haven't saved up money for an attorney in 3 or 4 years? No, really. You haven't saved up for money in 3 or 4 years? I would have been putting, I mean, girl, if you put $10, 20, I'm gonna say $20 a month away for the last 4 years, clearly you would have had enough money for an attorney. You ain't had 20 extra dollars a month. I mean, 3 iced coffees would have been $20. I'm just saying. It's been 4 years. Okay. 4 years. You haven't saved up for an attorney and for, especially knowing that you still don't have custody. If custody has been the motive for her to regain back, when you lost custody, that month would have been the date I started saving money. I mean, hell, Chime has a savings account that you can put money into a savings account. So there's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I love that movie. Something is seriously wrong with this lady. She's dangerous. I believe that. I wouldn't even, yeah, you said I wouldn't even want to be a child of hers. I mean, at this point, if this is what's going on, I'm just like, girl, here's the thing, you need a GoFundMe. Okay, but let the GoFundMe be for something other than an attorney. Because in my opinion, the attorney you should have already saved money. Olivia has been talking about Gerard and the lost custody of her kids for 4 years now. You haven't saved up enough money for that in 4 years? Well, I mean, what's a retainer? Let's just say a retainer for an attorney is $2,500. Hell, if you save $20 a month for 2 years, there go $2,400 right there. And that's just 20. Light and Lovely says she's too stupid to be dangerous. I don't know if the lady's dangerous or not, but what I will say is mentally, she's not all there. I'll say that. I just personally feel like, and maybe obviously not being all mentally there could be dangerous. That could be potentially dangerous, right? Because you do have some mental people that are not dangerous. However, her personality borders, in my opinion, again, I'm not a psychiatrist, her personality borders on multiple personalities. Because the way she can tell these stories, and it almost seems like she already believes them before she tells them. Betty Broderick. I don't know, y'all. It's giving The Shining at this point with Jack Nicholson. It's giving The Shining. Um, or what's that movie? God, what's that movie where the lady she she kidnapped the author of the book and she crashed his ankles. What's the name of that movie? I can't think of the name of it right now. What's the name of the movie where the lady kidnapped Misery? Thank you, Tamri. Baby, when I tell you y'all be on it, thank you, Navy girl, Miss Lacey, Cali girl, thank you so much. Miss Renee. Renee, Misery. It's giving Misery. It's giving Misery, and Gerard was the author. It's giving Misery. It's definitely giving that. She is. Who's the actress that played? Stephen King. That was a Stephen King movie. Who was the actress? Kathy Bates. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's giving Kathy Bates. It's definitely giving Kathy Bates. Oh my God, Libya. Oh my God. Thank you, lady. And James Caan. Thank you. Trina said, girl, Kathy Bates and James Caan. Annie Wilkes. Thank you so much, Black and Bougie. Annie Wilkes. Yep, it's giving Annie. Yeah, it's giving that. It's giving Annie Wilkes. Girl. Kathy, would you say Kathy Bates looking like Jodi Ayers? Ooh, not Jodi Ayers. I don't know, y'all. It just tickles me at this point because I'm just like, wow. And so, like the whole situation with her going to court with the child support and Gerard and the custody of the kids, and at the end of the day, we're all sitting watching. But like I've always said to you guys, those poor web children are caught in the middle because I'm pretty sure they would love to have a healthy relationship with their mom. And they appear to have one with their dad because he's the one's taking care of them. But their mother can't pull herself away from social media long enough, in my opinion, to be sound mind and body for them. It's almost like she she's basically said that she chose to stop calling them for 2 months because she went to Florida to get her ish together and immediately came back at the end of the summer. She said, who would go on vacation and put their kids in and put their child in school? Somebody who has a child like AJ, who is definitely a handful. And let's be honest, if you knew that you were going to be there for 2 months straight, and if you could find a community program, like just like she lied to the internet, girl, you lied to the people in Florida, told them people that you would plan on living there, and them people gave you assistance for childcare for a child that wasn't even going to be there long enough to even, I don't know, get to fall break. I mean, hell, AJ didn't even make it to fall break. When there is a single mom out there that could have really, who actually is a resident of Florida and has no thoughts of leaving anytime soon. There's a mom out there that didn't get a chance to get that assistance because they gave it to you, Olivia, when the whole time you were still a resident of Texas. Went out there to go to school to drop out. I believe Olivia went to the orientation. She probably went to inquire about going to school, but I don't think the girl ever stepped 1 foot into the schoolhouse. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Okay, I could be wrong. All right, y'all. That's my time, honey. That's my reaction. It's Labor Day weekend. Y'all get out and have a good time. We will be back tomorrow for an update on Tanae. I got some stuff off Facebook, so we got an update on Tanae. We're gonna put Olivia on the shelf. Okay, we're gonna put her on the shelf for a couple of days. We'll revisit her when there's a different story. Maybe some new cast of characters added to the storyline. Then we'll come back. Okay. We do got to get over there and visit Jasmine. I think Jasmine might think we're mad at her because we haven't talked about her, I don't know, in 2 weeks. I don't even know. I can't even remember last time I've been to Jasmine's channel. So I need to go catch up with her in this new apartment, see what's going on over there. Y'all be good. Y'all be great. Y'all be safe. And TMR's going to see y'all in the next one, honey. Remember, sub what you love. Good night, everyone. Bye.